Welcome to my channel, Destiny Vibes with me, JFO. Let me tell you, I am so excited that you are here. I am doing a monthly series where every month we're going to unpack one of the 6 duality lines in the divine zodiac. And if you're new here, I just want you to know that what I do here is I teach astrology the right way. So there is a wrong way to do it. There is a wrong way to do it. And there's so many things that I unpack on this channel. So please make sure to subscribe, join me on the journey, and let's unpack today's theme. I have been studying what I like to call the divine zodiac for over 25 years. Yeah, it's crazy. I got into it when I was like 14, 15 to prove it wrong. And then it became my life's work. But I have found over the years that we've gotten it all wrong, my friends. Okay, so let me break it down for you. Each theme is in our hero's journey. Every single person in this world has every single theme in their hero's journey movie script, in the movie script of you and the character that you're playing. This picture of the sky on the day you were born, it literally is just a beautiful love letter from God. And it's literally telling you the character you decided to play in this earth movie and the movie and the hero's journey that you embarked in. Right? And that's it. Everything else is just a consciousness game. And that's my other channel, Sexy But Love with JFO, which I definitely think that you should go and find so that you can do conscious creation right as well. But today what we're going to do is we're just going to unpack one of the dualities. So technically you're going to resonate because we have every single one in our hero's journey. And we usually have one of the sides on the comfort zone. Now, for example, let's say someone has a chart where Gemini is on the comfort zone, but they have nothing there. They have their sun is not Gemini, their moon's not Gemini, their Mars, no planets are Gemini. They have nothing of planet energy there. And they don't even have one of the corners, right? So it's not one of the 4 main corners of the chart, like the rising sign or the descendant or the midhaven and so forth, right? So they have no Gemini there. They still have Gemini in the comfort. They just don't have it as activated as some other people do, but it's still there. That's what's so powerful. So we have everything. So this month, the reason why we're focused on Gemini and Sag is because this week is the energy of Gemini and Sag. Yes, we're in the season of Gemini and the full moon is in Sagittarius this week. So the best way to break it down is this. You want to understand what is the quality, what are the elements, and then you go from there. So the quality theme of the duality, because dualities are always going to have the exact same quality. So that's why it's best to start there. So the quality of Gemini and Sag is the quality called mutable. Mutable energy is all about perception. It's all about wanting to understand or wanting to judge. All 4 mutable signs want to do that. So out of Gemini and Sag this is one duality of the 2, right? Of the 2 mutable dualities. Which one is this one? Well, it's the masculine duality, not the feminine, meaning it goes external, it goes outward. It channels its energy outward instead of inward. So it's outward perception, right? So it's very wanting to analyze and understand. So what's the difference though? Well, Gemini is a air sign and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So the air sign energy is going to want to be more about thinking about the perception, right? Whereas the fire is going to be more action-packed with the perception. It's going to go. It's not going to think about it, right? So one of the things that we always say is that Gemini is the filter of the zodiac, and Sagittarius has no filter. So Sagittarius is the honest truth, speaking the honest truth and preaching the honest truth in a powerful story, whereas Gemini is really going to filter it, and it's going to be more edited, and it's going to be more witty, and it's going to be a little bit more, perfected, if you will, and thought about before it happens. And last but not least, we have the stages. So Gemini is in the survival stage and Sagittarius is in the spiritual stage, right? So Gemini is all about how do I think, air, and perceive, mutable, for the purposes of survival, right? And it's doing it all externally. It's very externally focused. It's putting its energy out. So a lot of times Geminis are the witty salesmen of the zodiac, right? Whereas Sagittarius is spiritual stage, right? And it's fire energy. And it's perception. So it's perception in an epic adventure and mission and story with no filter whatsoever. And we are on a spiritual mission, right? So it's all about the bigger picture. And that's why Sagittarius is really about the honesty and finding the truth of things and being that journalist, being that I'm keeping that in there because I'm a Sagittarius and my Sagittarius is on the comfort zone side and I don't filter, my friends. I tell it like it is. And if I stumble and I fall, I want to be honest. I want to be truthful. But basically, the point is the journey of documenting things, like the journalist and watching a documentary. That is the energy of Sagittarius. It's like we are going to tell the story, but the Gemini is really going to be more of the editor of it. And how are we going to sell this? How are we going to schmooze it, right? How are we going to present it to the world so people want it, right? The marketing of it. So here's the thing. Now let's really unpack this because this is so important. So the first two things I want to unpack with the themes every single month in this video is one, the first thing we want to unpack is the current theme. So we're currently in the season in June of 2025 where Gemini is, the season, right? That's where the sun energy is. That's our current season of the year, right? And our Sagittarius is in the moon position for the full moon, okay? So what does that mean? It really means that our conscious nature right now, our conscious nature is really like, okay, how do I filter it, right? But subconsciously, the emotion is bubbling up and we're like, but I really want to be honest. I really want to tell my honest truth. So it could be a situation where we're trying to suppress, but it just spills out and honesty really comes out in this full moon. And every single year, we only have Sagittarius in the full moon position 1 month of every year. And this is the month. So it's very, very powerful. And the second thing I wanted to say is you need to understand what your destiny line is. That is how you understand if Gemini is on your comfort or Gemini is on your destiny, right? So you want to go down below to itstotallyyourdestiny.com, find that link and take my free destiny course. Okay. And then once you do, you're going to find your destiny theme and then you can give me all your information, your birthday information, and I will send you a happy birthday message on your birthday every year. But you're also going to get a free video on your destiny. It's so, so, so exciting. So find that below. But let me tell you this, Gemini, if someone has that on the comfort zone side, and remember, it doesn't have to actually be your south node sign. It could just be that the Gemini falls on the south node side of the chart. That when you have Gemini in the comfort zone, you are really in this lifetime trying to figure out, how do I tell the truth? How do I tell the truth without losing that perfectionism, right? And it's like, what's coming first for you is the presentation. And then you're like, okay, but how do I loosen a little bit, right? Or maybe you're going for things because you think that that's the way it should be and I gotta survive in this life, but you're not really following your heart space, which is more of the Sag. Whereas if you have Sag on the comfort zone side, you are like traveler and adventurer and you go, go, go. But sometimes you forget to kind of work it out where you're balanced in that survival piece, right? And sometimes maybe you're wanting to sell and you're hesitating to sell because you don't know how to do it. Or maybe you're wanting to present and schmooze the beautiful creative, writings or speeches or, things that you want to express on the world. Because Sagittarius is all about the preaching, the expression of the true story, right? And so maybe you want to express that to the world, but you're like, how do I sell it? How do I market it? How do I schmooze? So this dance of the Gemini Sag, we all have it within us, right? It's that balance of, do I schmooze or do I tell the truth? And that is this month's theme. If you love this theme, make sure to subscribe every single month. I'm going to give you a theme. So next month, stay tuned. We're going to talk about Cancer and Capricorn. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Talk to you next week.